Hey guys, good afternoon. Alexa, stop. I gotta be really careful about the music on these videos because gotta have copyright for that, you know? So, hey guys, good afternoon. So in this video, I'm gonna tell you something that I'm not so happy about. I'm also gonna tell you something that I'm so happy about. It's funny how life can give us that paradox, right? You can be surrounded by blessings, and yet things can not always go the way we want them to. So, if you saw my video yesterday, my last video when I was in San Pedro, I told you that I was going to San Pedro to do a physical exam of sorts. I was going to poop in a cup. That's something we do here at the lake. Every now and then, you gotta poop in a cup, and that's because parasites are a thing here in Guatemala. Part of living in a third world country is that sometimes you get sick. Hi, everybody. Yeah, Lisa Harris, the ebbs and flows of life. And isn't that the challenge, right? To stay present to your blessings and what you have to be grateful for, even when things don't always go the way that you want them to go. So for me, I got the results back from the doctor yesterday. Hey, Stella! I got the results back from my test, and it showed that, indeed, I do have a parasite. I have something called blastocystis hominis, which would explain why the past month I have been so tired. Having parasites, you can get a variety of different symptoms, and they can range, right? So different parasites will give you a different symptom, and it also depends on how your immune system is doing and how your digestion is doing. And so I'm actually really proud of myself, and I think it shows how well I've been taking care of myself that I wasn't having very bad symptoms, which is why I didn't go get it checked out sooner. So, but it's been kind of getting a little worse, and then the other day, I did have some runs, and I was like, okay, well, I drank a lot of caffeine, I drank a lot of tea, maybe it's that. But part of the work that I'm doing with Ashley, that super cool chick that you have met in some of my previous videos, not only is she helping me with, hey, we have a visitor. So here in the house, we get visited by other dogs, and hi. Stella has really good boundaries. Stella has better boundaries than I do. Okay, we're not, actually, Mama was playing with that dog earlier today. Really sweet, cute, pretty dog, but we can't have more dogs around here. We just can't. So anyway, I'm pleased that I think it's actually a testament to how well I've been taking care of myself, that I didn't have very bad symptoms. In the past, like last year, before I'd started taking all of these like herbs and all of these things to support my digestion, when I got parasites, I was like down. I was down. I had, you know, the runs. I had all of the shit you don't want. Hi. Sorry, this restaurant is closed. And so the main thing that I noticed was that I've just been so tired. And I kind of was like, okay, well, I've been doing a lot. I've been taking on a lot with like the land and the workers and my new assistant and all like the work I've been doing. And okay, it's, you know, also COVID, you know, I had COVID, and so I was really tired after that. So all of these reasons, but so it was so good to finally be like, no, actually, you have a parasite. Oh, okay. So apparently, it's not so bad. It's not one of like, because there are different ones. There are different ones that you can get. And Peg asks, Erica, don't you ozonate your vegetables anymore? Yes, Peg, I do. In fact, when you cook at home, that's one of the best ways that you can be sure that your vegetables and the food that you eat is like super clean. And so I think that this happens sometime around the permaculture course when I was at the farm and I was eating from someone else's kitchen and someone else's hygiene standards, you know, and I was eating raw salads from the farm, which is like the biggest no-no, but it's like, oh no, it's fine, everyone's doing it. And so it's like, oh, so I'm actually about to start that gardening course at the farm, so this time I'm going to say, no raw salads, please. Everything needs to be cooked. So that's one way we can protect ourselves. We can ozonate. We can be sure we are very aware of like what we're eating and where we're eating it from. And also, you know, sometimes it just happens, you know, living in a place like this. things can go not the way you want it to. So I'm really grateful that now we know which one it is, because working with Ashley, she's going to make an herbal remedy specific for this one, because some herbs help with certain parasites and amoebas and some don't. So you got to know. That's why it's effective and important to get the test to know what you're working with, so you know how to treat it. So that's something. That's the not so very good news. The good news, yeah, Pam, she says, I'm sorry, she's very careful. I try to be careful, and you do your best. You do your best. That's all we can do. And then we learn when things don't go the way we want them to. So knowing that also is empowering, because it's like, oh, okay, that's why I've been feeling this way. That's why I could feel that something was not quite right, and it was affecting my emotions. It was affecting my everything. So I'm happy that now I know I can take steps to treat it and kind of get back on the horse. So, life gives us these ebbs and flows. Sometimes we feel good, sometimes we don't feel good. And I think the journey and the practice is to be loving with ourselves in those times when we don't feel so good. To be loving with ourselves when maybe we have to make the hard choice. To be loving with ourselves when we would prefer things to be different, when it's easier to love ourselves at other times. So this one, Heather, it sounds scary. It's this one's not as bad. This is not as bad as the H. pylori or any of the other amoebas, or like the one that gives you the rotten egg burps. So this one is essentially just a certain growth in my digestive tract, which I will be handling. And I've been doing such a great job taking care of myself that it's actually not that bad. So I'll be treating it not with antibiotics, because that would just ravage all of my good bacteria that I've been building. So yes, I want to share that. So that's the bad news. The good news is that I just got off the most amazing Zoom call. So you guys know that I've been talking about this email list. And if you join my email list on my website, ericaderrickson.com, that will get you my newsletter that just went out. That will also get you the chance to win a Zoom call with me. So I had set the intention earlier this year, at the beginning of the year, that I want to connect with you guys more this year. We started doing the Zoom calls last year, and it was such an amazing experience, like getting to know you guys better. And so I just finished one. There were, how many of us? There were like 4 or 5 of us there. There was Pamela, Susan, Linda, Guadalupe. Yeah, the four of them, one of me. And it was so much fun. I don't know, we got to know each other, we got to talk at the end, we got to say some prayers together. It was really special. And then now I'm actually getting ready for my next Zoom call. I had 2 scheduled today. The next Zoom call is with the High Vibe Tribe. So when you join my subscription group, the High Vibe Tribe, here on this page, every 2 weeks we do a Zoom call. And this is our way of getting to know each other better and just really sinking in and creating these connections. So if you're one of those people who has been wanting more time directly with me, more contact with me, this is a great way. This is a great way that you could do that, just either by joining the email list or by joining the High Vibe Tribe. Now, the email list is totally free. The High Vibe Tribe, it's a $10 a month subscription, just like you subscribe to Spotify or anything else that brings value to your life. So we're getting ready to do that, and I'm really excited. So here's the thing about life. We get these mixtures. We get these mixtures of ebb and flow, the good, the bad, the blessings, the challenges, and how do we hold ourselves amidst all of that? I am striving to be compassionate and kind to myself and to others through all of the ups and downs. Not always easy to do, especially when you don't feel good. And my heart really goes out to people who are suffering in any way, physically, mentally, emotionally, especially physically, because, it's like we have this hierarchy of needs. You've heard of the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? And it's a pyramid. And the base of that pyramid is the physical aspect. And so as we meet our needs, as we go up the pyramid, we then can really step into our self-actualization. But it's hard to self-actualize. It's hard to really step into that divine flow when we're tired or sick, right? So my prayers go out to everyone who's tired and sick and sick of being tired and sick, you know? And I hope you can do what you need to do to get the information that you need in order to help yourself feel better. And I made a post yesterday on my Instagram that shared here to my Facebook page about, the importance of enjoying the ride and remembering to stop and be fully where you are, even if it sucks, even if you're tired, even if you don't feel good, you know, to cultivate that practice of still, like, remembering, like, oh, wait, I have a dog who loves me. I have breath in my lungs. I have a place to live. I have a bed to sleep in, you know. I have a teddy bear, you know. I have the ability to go to the shop, right? Like, no matter how bad things are, like, we always have blessings. And I think the practice is to really cultivate the remembrance to keep looking for those blessings even when we are not feeling so hot, even when we're sad, even when we're, like, moving through grief. Because even when we're in a state of grief, there's still the opportunity to enjoy our life. And there's still the opportunity to perceive the blessings. Oh, it's that time. The sun is just now going over the edge of the mountain. And that means it's time to put on a little more clothes. I'm in my it's freaking hot outfit. It's freaking hot, and let's do a Zoom call with the nice ladies outfit. I was sitting there, we just spent a little more than an hour on the phone together, and just, like, I was sweating. Even in this little outfit, I was sweating. Just goes to show. But now that the sun has gone over the ridge, now it's time to put on some sweatpants. That's I think that's the greatest part about doing the Zoom calls, is it's like pants optional, because nobody can see that, you know? It's great. So it's okay to feel all of the things. Exactly, Mickey says, to cultivate an attitude of gratitude. Because it's very easy to cultivate an attitude of complaining and focusing. I don't know about you, but I can get to a state where I'm just focusing on all the things I don't want, right? And then to spiral, and, you know, that, like, downward spiral of negativity, you know, I don't feel good. It's like, wait, whoa, I am still blessed. I am so blessed. So that's my challenge for you. If you're going through a tough moment, if you're having a hard time with yourself, with your body, with somebody else, with someone you love, if you're going through any kind of hard time, my challenge to you is to take a deep breath, knowing that it's yours, knowing that this life, even with its challenges, is such a gift. And, you know, sometimes the challenges are there specifically for us to grow, you know? So, for example, you know, I've been on this journey to really heal my digestion, and then now I've had this, like, setback, right? But now this is calling me to start doing different things. Like, so, for example, this is a calendula tea. I wasn't working with the plant calendula, but this is actually something that my herbalist and dear friend Ashley, that badass chick, she recommended to me. So she's come up with an herbal formula that was actually not related to the parasites. We're going to do something different for the parasites. But she's giving me an herbal formula to support me at this moment on my journey. And so that's that. I think that can be the value of the suffering and the sickness, is when it forces us to look and seek different options, right? So that journey that we go on to seek, to find a new way, to follow where our heart is leading us, you know, even if we don't really know what we're doing, or we don't know what the answer is, or why we have to go through this, like, still, like, that sacred journey towards ourselves, towards our fullness, you know, towards our wholeness. Oh, Linda, you use a calendula salve. Yeah, so calendula is really good for the skin, but it's also really good for the digestion when you take it internally. So I'm grateful for my plant allies. I'm grateful for my slippery elm bark and my marshmallow root and my licorice and my calendula and all these things that I use to support my digestion, such that I can get a parasite and really not notice until it's like, wait a minute. So I think that's what I'm most excited about, is just getting to the other side and just like getting my energy back, because yeah, it's that's the hardest part, is when you don't have the energy for things, you know. Sandra, how do you know when you have parasites? Well, if you have it bad, I mean, it depends on your immune system, but it can be a source of my biggest symptom, which I was like, what's going on, is I've had a lot of gas. Now, you guys probably know I'm already a pretty gassy girl. It's part of my constitution as this like windy, fast-moving Vata type. Like, you can get gas, right? But I was having an excessive amount of gas, a humorous, comical amount of gas. Although the people around me might not have thought it was so funny. I thought it was funny. But so that was one symptom, having a lot of gas, low energy. Another thing is like like a good poop, like a good healthy standard poop is like a brown banana, a log. And so I have not been having the ideal brown bananas. I was before. In fact, I was before I went to the farm. And then since that permaculture course, let's just say it's been shifting and changing in a way that is not supportive to that ideal brown banana. So yeah, so you know, your poop can be off, you can have gas, you can be really tired. You know, all of these are symptoms of like something's not quite right in your digestion. Also, interesting thing, your skin is a mirror of your digestion. I didn't know this. In fact, I wish someone had taught this to me when I was younger, when I was having all the acne and the hormones and all the stuff, right? I was showing symptoms of digestive problems, but with my limited understanding, I was, you know, looking for something to put on my skin, thinking that, you know, the problem was on my skin, when actually the problem was in my digestion. So this is the difference between putting the medicine on the leaf of the tree versus putting the medicine at the root of the tree, of the sick tree, right? Which is why we always gotta ask the questions and be willing to go on that journey to understand, why am I really feeling this way? Am I having this skin problem because I need some acne medicine, or is there something deeper going on within me that I need to start caring for and I need to start paying attention to, because our bodies are giving us signs all the time. Sandra says the right probiotics maybe would help. Yeah, Sandra, I think that's why I've been not having very bad symptoms, so much so that I didn't need to go get it checked out. Because I'm taking so many probiotics and different kinds. I take the sauerkraut, the vinegar, I have a kefir that I drink, you know, so taking different kinds of probiotics is definitely such a huge part of supporting our digestion, and our digestion is tied to our skin, it's tied to our emotions, it's tied to our energy levels, right? So having parasites, that's one of the challenges, is that the parasites are technically they're taking your nutrients, so you're not getting them, so you're not as nourished as you could be, hence the tiredness. Hi, Kim. So yeah, so can you have parasites without seeing wigglies, Sandy? Yes, so I've never actually seen a parasite. They're microscopic. They're microscopic. They live in your digestive tract. They form colonies. Like, there's all this like crazy stuff that goes into it. So yeah, so I'm not gonna jump on any.
Here's your reminder. Get ready for the Zoom call. Here's
all right.
Your reminder. Get ready for the Zoom call.
Okay, guys. If you're part of the High Vibe Tribe, the subscription that we have within this page, in 13 minutes we're starting our Zoom call. So I will see you guys there. I love you all very, very, very much, and thanks for tuning in to this video and to this transmission. I hope to see more of you guys on Zoom calls in the future. You can get on one by joining the High Vibe Tribe or just signing up for my email list and praying. Someone asked me, how did you choose us? How did you choose who won the Zoom call? And I said, well, now my assistant Chani is handling it, and what I ask her to do is she uses a random number generating app to randomly pick the numbers, but I tell her to pray before I say, because this is what I do. I ask her to pray to God first that the people who will benefit from being there, who are meant to be there, will be chosen. So put your name on the list, say a prayer. If it's meant to be, it will be. Or if you just want to cut out the indecision or the chance, then just join the High Five Tribe. We do it every 2 weeks. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for being with me. Thank you for joining me on this video. I will see you guys again soon. If you're having any physical challenges, my heart goes out to you. It's hard. It's hard to enjoy life when you don't feel good. It's hard to enjoy life when you're tired. My prayer for you is that you seek the information, you seek the core root of why you're not feeling well, and you're able to find the medicine that you need for whatever that is, and to get the right medicine for the right for the right problem, you know. So yeah, so my prayers go out to everyone today who's suffering in any way. May it lead you, may it be a catalyst for you to step onto that path that will lead you towards your highest bliss. All right, guys, I love you very, very, very much, and I will see you soon.